So then guys, with just over 5 months to the release of the iPhone 16 models, today what I want to do is I want to cover over all the leaks we have for the successor for the iPhone 15 Pro Max like we got here, and also the iPhone 15. We're telling you guys all the leaks and all of the sort of hardware specs for the iPhone 16 Pro Max all the way down to the iPhone 16. And of course, I'll be giving you the latest on the iPhone 16 Pro Max release date and price too. So one thing I normally say at this point in the video is that, you know, how long we've got till the iPhone release, and yeah, it is going to be around about just over 5 months to it. But one thing I want to say is it doesn't look like we are going to be getting an iPhone Ultra this year. We haven't had any reports or leaks really since around about September with the iPhone release. So I don't think we're going to see anything there. So really, for any video that I'm going to be making going forwards, I'm not really going to be talking about an iPhone Ultra because I don't think it's going to happen, because like I said, it's just been stale with leaks and rumors going on around that. But with that guys though, I will tell you about everything we know for the iPhone 16 Pro Max and also down to the iPhone 16. And we're going to start out with that iPhone 16 model and let's see what we're going to be getting here.
So then, with the iPhone 16, the actual design of it's going to be very similar, unfortunately, to what we've had with the 12, 13, 14 and 15 series. It's going to be a 6.1 inch, but it's going to be a new OLED display with a resolution of 2532 by 1170. Also, sadly, it does look like we're still going to get a 60Hz refresh rate on the iPhone 16. It looks like it will be coming, though, a promotion on the iPhone 17, but this year, 60Hz. We will also be getting the action button added this time, and also the brand new spatial video button, what I've also covered about in previous videos. We'll also be getting 8GB of RAM this time, which is DDR5X. The storage will be starting at 128GB, going all the way up to 512GB, and this time Apple are actually going to be making an A18 chipset. There will be no normal A17 chipset being made, it's going to be a normal A18, what we've been told, and it'll have 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and 5 core GPU. It'll be an aluminum body or an aluminium body, dual camera setup, and that will have a 48 megapixel wide and a 12 megapixel ultra wide inside of it. And the battery at the moment, what we've been told, it's going to be a 3349 milliamp battery size, and the base model coming at 128 gigabytes will be starting at $799 US.
So it's a bit disappointing to hear about that 60Hz on the screen there. That's the main thing I'm taking away there. But let's have a look then at the iPhone 16 Plus next of all.
So the 16 Plus again will be very similar to the previous iPhone 15 Plus, so it'll be 6.78 inch display, new LED display, a resolution of 2778 by 1280, again 120Hz ProMotion display for the first time, that action button and also that new spatial video button. 8GB of RAM again, 128GB of storage going all the way up to 512. Again, that A18 chipset with the 4-core efficiency core, 2 performance cores, and that 5-core GPU. Aluminum body again, dual camera again, 48 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and the battery size will be 4383 milliamp battery. And the base model of this will be the 128GB model, coming in at $899 US. So literally it is just a bigger version of the iPhone 16 model.
So with those two phones done, let's now move on to Pro models. So the iPhone 15 Pro, there were some features that were missing what we got like in the iPhone 15 Pro Max, like that 5x telephoto. Well, the good news is though, we do have some good specs coming out for the iPhone 16 Pro this year. Let's take a look though.
So the great news we've been told for the 16 Pro is we're going to be getting an updated design with a 6.3-inch display this time. Instead of a 6.1, it'll be a new OLED display, 460 ppi, 120Hz ProMotion, the action button, that brand new spatial video button too, 8GB of RAM again, 256GB storage starting at going all the way up to a possible 2TB this time. We'll also have the A18 Pro chipset, we'll have 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and a 6-core GPU. Again, it'll be a titanium body, quality, but the triple camera setup this time will be a 48 megapixel ultra wide and wide, and also will feature that 5 times zoom and LiDAR sensor. At the moment for battery, it's looking like it's going to be a 3274 milliamp battery size, and it will be the base model 256 gigabyte model coming in at $1,199 US.
Then finally, let's talk about the successor to this phone right here, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's have a look at the iPhone 16 Pro Max.
So then, last iPhone, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the most popular of them all. We're actually going to be getting a 6.9-inch new LED display this time. It's going to be larger than the 6.7-inch display, 460 ppi or pixels per inch. Again, a 120Hz ProMotion display. It'll have that action button. It'll also have that new spatial video button too that we spoke about. The 8 gigabytes of RAM again, 256 gigabytes storage, going all the way up to a possible 2 terabyte storage option for the first time. Again, it will feature that A18 Pro chipset made up of 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and also a 6-core GPU. Titanium body all over again, and again that triple camera sensor of a 48 megapixel wide and also now an ultra wide 48 megapixel, and we may possibly see a 6 time or 10 times zoom this time, and this is the optical zoom, and it may go all the way up to a further amount in digital. LiDAR sensor, and then the battery size at the moment is 4,422 milliamp, and again that base model of the 256 gigabyte model will be coming in at $1,299 US. Now the prices I will talk about a little bit more detail further on into this video too.
And with that, before I continue on, now is a good time more than ever to mention that all leaks and reports that you see here are not 100% proof that they will come true with the new iPhone. I can only present you what reports or information and renders that are out there. So basically, the renders that are being created here are based off those sort of leaks and reports that you are seeing out there. So the final iPhone may not look like this. However, if you are still watching this video, then you're as curious as I am in knowing what is being said about the next iPhone anyway. So then guys, just quickly, I want to tell you about the new giveaway that is happening at the end of June time, and it is simply for this. This here is a MacBook Pro M3, and not only this guys, I've actually spec'd up this MacBook Pro a little bit more, and in fact it's actually got 16 gigabytes of RAM inside of it to help you out there. We're doing lots of multitasking sorts of tools and utilizing apps a little bit better, and anybody can enter into this giveaway for this MacBook Pro M3 that we're doing on this channel. It's an international giveaway, and all you have to do to enter in to the giveaway is put down in the comments below of what Apple gear you're still planning to get in 2024 or any other kind of technology gear. Let me know. And also at the same time, when you want to find out when we're going to be doing that live stream and all the details about that, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell, because you'll want to find out when the latest information is going to come out about when we're going to do the giveaway for this. So make sure you do that right now. But what I will still say guys is sadly there are still lots of scammers, spammers, people are still personating me, telling you to Telegram them, WhatsApp them, all sorts of different communication like Instagram. Please do ignore them, or better still, as you can see here, please do report them. Now for release date, as it's so early, we cannot fully predict the exact date of when it will be for the iPhone 16 Ultra. However, one thing we can be sure of, just like the iPhone 15, where we actually had the Wonderless event actually happening in September time, it is most likely it's going to be exactly the same for the iPhone 16, just like it was for the iPhone 14, the 13 and the 12 as well. Normally all of these events happen around September time unless something really big is happening in the world to prevent it from happening, just like in 2020 with COVID-19. But without this then, generally speaking, Apple like to do their event around about mid-September time or the earlier sort of mid-September time, and then normally release their sort of iPhones around about 10 days later. So at the moment, predict that it'll probably be around about sort of mid-September, and then probably a week later, so in the early sort of 20s of the sort of September time, that you'll be able to get your hands on the brand new iPhone 16 models. But of course, as we get even closer to the actual release date, I'm sure more details will come in of the actual date of when it's going to be happening, and of course I will let you know when the exact date is going to be. So then, next of all, let's talk about the price of the iPhone 16 models. Now, I have talked about this to death probably on these videos, so you've probably heard this before. If you heard me talk about this, then, you may as well switch off now because I'm going to say it again. But if you haven't heard about the prices, I'm going to tell you right now, I think more than likely, and the way how the world is going right now, the iPhone 16 prices, at least in the USA, are going to increase. Now, the reason why I say the USA, and that's important, because at the end of the day, this is the home ground of Apple. And technically speaking, the likes of, say, the iPhone 10, when that came out, the X, all the way up to the likes of the iPhone 15 Pro normal, the price of that model, that premium model, has been the same price. So that's been $999 US dollars. It hasn't changed since 2017 or 2018, whenever it was, and we haven't technically had a price increase on models. And it's the same with the likes of the iPhone 15 Pro Max that we have right here. The 14 Pro Max for the 256GB model was the same price. The same with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, for the 256GB model. It was the same price as the iPhone 15 Pro Max we got here. Now, I know in other countries, including myself here in the UK, import taxes, and also the biggest factor is my currency, what is the UK pounds to the US dollars, is not doing as good. And it's the same with the euros, it's the same with the rupees, it's the same with loads of currencies out there. And because of this, we've had to pay more in the last sort of 5 years for a new iPhone because of all these sort of changes. But if the US are going to increase their prices for the first time this year, and the main reason I think behind that is because material costs, the cost of living has just all increased, and we've seen the likes of, say, Google and the Pixel price increase. We've seen the likes of, say, the Galaxy S24 Ultra price increase. I feel that this year probably will be the first year when we'll see a price increase in US dollars for the iPhone 16 models. And obviously that will do a ripple effect to all other countries around the world. So do expect, for probably on the normal sort of 16 and 16 plus, expect around about a $50 to $100 increase, hoping more of a $50. Whereas with the Pro models, it's probably more likely going to be a $100 price increase this time. And like I said, yeah, that will have to be converted into your own currencies and things like this. And it does mean it's probably going to be more expensive. But like I said, technically speaking, we haven't really in US dollars actually had a price increase in ages, as you saw I just demonstrated there with the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X, all the way up to the iPhone 15 Pro. They're exactly the same price. But on that note though, guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.